Hi everybody, I just wanted to take a minute to address everything that's been going on with movie theater violence lately and just the fear that's been spreading in general. Now, I didn't initially think I needed to make a video on this because the Aurora tragedy that happened on the night of The Dark Knight Rises premiere had long passed by the time I decided to come back and make videos again. However, last night in Ohio, a man almost brought guns and a knife into another theater that showing The Dark Knight Rises, and I feel that kind of reopens the forum for discussion a little bit, and I just kind of wanted to chime in and offer my respects and what my thoughts are about going forward. There is a great deal and very little you can say at the same time about the tragedy that occurred in Aurora, Colorado. It really was just it left me speechless. It really did. And it puts things into perspective because, the night before you're thinking, I'm so excited to go see this movie, the movie, and then this kind of thing happens and it just puts you back in your place a little bit. You think like, man, it really is just a movie. And the life is so fragile and all the little things that can happen inside of it and just the crazy events that go on at the most unexpected times. And I feel like this event really just put that in perspective for a lot of people. So instead of a day that could have been spent with people arguing back and forth over a movie, we all just united and took a breath for a minute at this just horrific tragedy. I feel like James Holmes, who committed this just atrocity, this crime against humanity, is just a miserable son of a bitch and deserves to be in jail for the rest of his life and doesn't even deserve to be buried. He should just be put against the wall in a prison for the rest of his life and just have the rest of the prisoners look at him and have him be made an example of. In my opinion, he's committed a major atrocity here, and obviously he's starting to inspire some form or semblance of followers, which just is really starting to rattle my cage a little bit. But what rattles my cage and what I feel like should be done to these men is just a completely different issue than what I wanted to be talking about today. And that is just, I wanted to just implore you guys to not live your life in fear, no matter what crazy shit happens in this world. Always remember, carpe diem, seize the day. Go out and do what you do, no matter what. Because if we live our lives inside our homes, not doing anything, constantly looking over our shoulders, then we're letting these assholes, these atrocitists, win. We're letting these just insane people tell us what to do and tell us that we're not safe to go out and enjoy a movie or live in our own public forums or whatever. And that is just completely unacceptable to me. Caution is obviously not a bad thing. And if you didn't go to see The Dark Knight Rises or any movie that weekend that the film came out, I'm not going to hold it against you because it is a very new pain that just came in, and paying respects to the victims is something I completely respect. However, when people say things like, I'm never going to the movies again, or I'm afraid to go out in public now, it scares me and it saddens me because we need to absorb and enjoy every single moment of our lives, no matter what type of risk is out there. And we need to do what we need to do. We need to escape. We need to do our passion. And when a crime like this is committed against someone's passion, it just really makes me value being able to have that passion in the first place to fight against the person who committed said crime to my passion. And this really struck me personally because movies are my ultimate passion. And when someone just takes a knife and stabs that passion in the heart, you better be damn sure I'm going to come back fighting it with every fabric of my being. I want to go to the movies more now just to prove to this psychopath that I will not be playing his game of fear and decadence and just anarchy. But with all that personal stuff said, I do feel like the theaters have a responsibility to the patrons who go there to escape to make sure that their security is more airtight and that this kind of scenario never happens again. And that's already starting to happen because, like I said before, the guy that tried to copy this Dark Knight crime was caught and nobody was hurt, and that's fantastic. But I just hope that every movie theater takes this into account and raises those security, blocks those exits, searches people's bags if they look suspicious, and maybe hire some people who are more intimidating and can run things and can tell somebody you need to get the hell out of here if you're a danger to the other people or a bother to the other people, because the escape that is created by a movie is something that's sacred to the entire human race, and to have this monster come in and ruin that is unacceptable, and we need to fight that with all vehemence and power that we have. So those are my thoughts on that. Obviously, my heart goes out to those victims and their families, but I do not want this day to be remembered as a symbol of fear. I want this day to be remembered as a day where we as a nation came together and mourned our fellow Americans and acknowledged the fleetingness of our lives and our loved ones' lives. But we need to fight this fear with every fabric of our being, and for the rest of our lives, live our lives, love our families, and enjoy the movies. Thank you.